From graceful flamingos and breathtaking panoramic views to the city's historic churches and charming streets, today's adventure is packed with unforgettable sights. So come along with us as we discover another side of this incredible Mediterranean city. Let's get started. One of Cagliari's most remarkable religious landmarks is the Church of San Michael, a true masterpiece of Baroque architecture in Sardinia. Built during the 17th century by the Jesuits, the church was dedicated to Saint Michael the Archangel and became an important spiritual and cultural center for the city. As you step inside, the first thing that catches your attention is the magnificent dome, decorated with elegant frescoes and intricate details that showcase the artistic style of the Baroque period. The interior is filled with richly ornamented chapels, marble altars, golden decorations, and beautiful paintings, all designed to inspire awe and devotion. One of the church's most treasured features is its crypt, which houses sacred relics brought from Rome during the 17th century. These relics transformed the church into an important pilgrimage site for many believers. Even after centuries, the Church of San Michael remains one of Cagliari's finest architectural gems. Whether you visit for its fascinating history, impressive artwork, or peaceful atmosphere, it offers a unique glimpse into Sardinia's rich religious and cultural heritage. Just a few streets away stands the beautiful Chiesa Collegiata di Sant'Anna. Built in the late 18th century, this Baroque church was heavily damaged during the Second World War but has since been beautifully restored, making it one of Cagliari's most charming landmarks. After visiting these beautiful churches, our Romanian friend Cornel offered to show us another side of Cagliari, the one that you won't always find in a travel guide. Having someone who knows the city so well completely changed the experience. Instead of simply walking from one attraction to another, we got to understand the stories, history, and little details hidden around every corner. As we wandered through the streets, Cornel shared fascinating facts about the city's different districts, its architecture, and how Cagliari has evolved over the centuries. Every building seemed to have a story, and every viewpoint came with another interesting piece of local history. It felt less like a tour and more like exploring the city with a good friend who genuinely loves where he lives. One of our favorite stops was the Molentargius Pond, one of the most unique natural areas in Sardinia. This protected wetland is famous for one very special reason, its colony of pink flamingos. Seeing them in their natural habitat was incredible. They were peacefully walking through the shallow water, occasionally taking flight, creating an unforgettable scene. If you're interested in wildlife or photography, this place is an absolute paradise. Whether you're using a professional camera or just your phone, you'll leave with some amazing photos. It's hard to believe that such a peaceful natural reserve exists just a few minutes away from the busy city. From there, Cornel took us to one of the best viewpoints in Cagliari, Parco di Monte Urpinu. The walk itself was relaxing, surrounded by greenery and shaded paths, but the real reward came once we reached the top. From there, we could admire a breathtaking panoramic view over the entire city. You can see the historic center, the harbor, the surrounding hills, and even the sparkling Mediterranean Sea stretching into the distance. What made the experience even more memorable was the soundtrack provided by nature. Peacocks freely roamed the park, and throughout our visit, we could hear their unmistakable calls echoing through the trees. It gave the place such a unique atmosphere that we'll definitely remember. Of course, no visit to Cagliari will be complete without spending some time at Poetto Beach. Stretching for several kilometers, Poetto is the city's most famous beach and the perfect place to relax after a day of exploring. The clear turquoise water, soft sand, and refreshing sea breeze made it easy to understand why both locals and tourists love coming here. Even if you don't plan on swimming, simply walking along the beach and enjoying the beautiful scenery is worth the visit. Looking back, this was one of the highlights of our trip. Spending the day with Cornel helped us discover the real Cagliari through the eyes of a local. We learned so much about the city's history, culture, and hidden gems while sharing plenty of laughs. It was the perfect way to end an unforgettable day. After saying goodbye to Cornell, we started making our way back to our Airbnb. But as always in Cagliari, every corner seems to hide another piece of history. Near the Antico Palazzo di Sita, which also had an exposition which we will visit the next day, we came across one of the city's most important landmarks, the Cattedrale di Santa Maria Assunta e Santa Cecilia, better known as the Cathedral of Cagliari. The cathedral has stood at the heart of the city's historic Castello district for more than 800 years. It was originally built in the 13th century, shortly after the peasants gained control of Cagliari. At first, the church was designed in the simple Romanesque style, reflecting the architectural traditions of medieval Pisa. However, as centuries passed, the cathedral was expanded and transformed several times, with each generation leaving its own mark on the building. During the 17th century, the cathedral underwent a major Baroque renovation. Rich decorations, marble chapels, elaborate sculptures, and ornate altars were added, giving the interior the magnificent appearance visitors admire today. Then, in the early 20th century, the facade was redesigned once again. Architects dedicated to replace the Baroque front with a neo-Romanesque facade inspired by the cathedral's original medieval design, creating the impressive exterior that welcomes visitors today. Stepping inside feels like entering a museum of Sardinian history. The cathedral is filled with colorful marble, intricate carvings, beautiful frescoes, and impressive works of art collected over hundreds of years. Every chapel has its own history dedicated to different saints and noble families who contributed to the cathedral's growth and preservation. One of the cathedral's greatest treasures lies beneath the main floor. In the crypt, visitors can find the Sanctuary of the Martyrs, a fascinating underground chapel decorated with dozens of niches containing the relics of early Christian martyrs. These remains were brought to Cagliari during the 17th century, making the cathedral one of the island's most important pilgrimage destinations. Another remarkable feature is the cathedral's connection to Saint Cecilia and the Virgin Mary, to whom it is dedicated. For centuries, important religious ceremonies, celebrations, and historic events have taken place within these walls, making the cathedral not only a place of worship but also a symbol of Cagliari's identity and resilience. Today, the cathedral stands as one of Cagliari's greatest landmarks, a place where centuries of history, faith, and breathtaking architecture come together under one remarkable roof.